It's at snowy Soldier Field. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Soldier Field. They'll send a receiver in motion left. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Fields. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second in a couple.
The Bears sit 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, Fields. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed it went right into the game.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Bears put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, something good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Fields on 1st down. This pass on target. Velus Jones with it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Fields now to throw. Looking in zone for Jones. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Fields. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And even 50 receiving yards for him now in this first quarter alone, and also a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. These 2 teams all tied after 1. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Fields. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Play action. It's Fields. That's complete to John Ross. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 1st down, it's Fields. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 28. Going up the gut, Montgomery.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. Give him 3 on the gain there, second and goal.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Running for it, Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jackson. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Fourth down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Now a first down throw, Fields. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. On first down, Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the Ravens are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way, work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover it? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Jackson. His throw incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Still 15 yards to go, second down. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 15. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Fields. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, it's the most famous one in my lifetime, I think. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. One play action. Fields. Pass to the right. There's Jones. On the move past the 40. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. Off play action, Fields. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, If they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. They snap it to Fields. Open man. He finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Flush to his right. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. A little careless with the football. He also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Fields now to throw. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. All eyes on Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Montgomery. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This is caught. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a 4.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Montgomery back to the ground. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
I give a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and his votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bears, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll try to make it.
Yeah, all right, my flow sinister. This ain't rap.